This is a disclaimer before I start this video. This video is not meant to bash Apple. It is not meant to bash the Vision Pro. This is just the first product that any company really has released in a long time where I have seriously reconsidered whether or not I want to follow in the footsteps of that company and be there for when they make this new innovation. It is the first product in a long time that I'm seriously questioning, does humanity need this? And are we making this because it is fulfilling a need, or are we just doing it because we can? So Apple just had WWDC, and in it they announced a whole bunch of stuff that honestly no one really cares about because everyone is talking about the Vision Pro, a product that Apple has been working on for years and years and years, both in secret and in front of our faces the entire time. All the technology that's been utilized in the Vision Pro has been technology that we have used over the last few years. LiDAR cameras and iPad Pros, Face ID in iPhones and in iPads, spatial audio in AirPods Pro. These technologies, these new innovations that the company unleashed product after product after product has all kind of gathered into what we now know as the Vision Pro. I think everyone and their mom knew that a VR/AR headset was coming. It was something to challenge what Facebook was doing with the Oculus. It was something for Apple to enter that market, put their flag into the ground, and say, this is the way that we're going to do it. And in true Apple form, they're doing it like nobody else can possibly do it with the resources that they have, with the money that they have, and the research that they have, the know-how that they have. And let me get through the positives before I do anything else. Okay, so yeah, is this a cool piece of tech? Absolutely. Is the idea of putting on these goggles and really immersing yourself in your applications, in your work, in your entertainment a cool idea? Absolutely. I like that much better than the idea of being taken into a completely different universe, a metaverse, if you will, where everything is artificial. I like this blend of virtual reality and augmented reality. Don't get me wrong, that part of it is really cool. I will say that the ability to navigate with your eyes, pinpoint where you want to go just by looking at it, and then using your hands to select what you want just by doing this on your lap or swiping on your lap or anywhere you want, basically based off the cameras and everything, is a really interesting concept. It's not gimmicky where I have to like touch the icon where it supposedly is or anything like that. I can literally just select with my hand wherever my hand is just by looking at it, and using my eyes as a cursor is very interesting. Being able to watch a movie and making the screen 100 feet wide and blackening out everything around you so you get this theater-like experience with surround sound in your ear. That's pretty cool. Or the ability to like look at your MacBook Pro and then like detach the screen and have it come in front of you. And now you can edit Final Cut Pro like the demo showed in this ginormous window. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And having more screen real estate is always a good thing. So if I'm working on multiple applications where I have notes here, I have email here, I have a PowerPoint presentation here, or having notes for my video edit here, Final Cut open here, and a second window open over here, I think that's a big positive as well. So I could see this being an entertainment device. When it's time to watch a movie, when it's time to wind down, when the kids have gone to sleep, and it's time to just hang out with the wife, and yeah, granted, you'll need two of them, so you'll be forking out $7,000 for two of these things, but nonetheless, you can have a date night with a significant other, sit down on the couch and watch a movie together, or be by your lonesome and watch a movie or play video games. That use case, I completely understand. But overall, I have more negatives than I do positives at the moment. The thing that people really aren't talking about, at least in my opinion, is the idea of whether or not is this fulfilling a need? See, everyone is comparing this to the launch of the iPhone and saying this is the biggest Apple development since the launch of the iPhone. It's the biggest announcement they've ever made since the launch of the iPhone. And that's, yeah, you could argue that, right? But the iPhone actually fulfilled a need. People used cell phones every single day. People surfed the internet every single day. People listened to their musics on iPods or whatever MP3 players or Walkmans or CD players that they had almost every single day. It took those three products and merged them into one key product that used your finger as a stylus, also something that people were already doing. The Vision Pro is creating a solution to a problem that I don't think exists. I don't think anyone really, at least in my experience, has ever like clamored for, wow, I really wish that I could like work on Final Cut Pro on on the biggest, most ginormous screen that I possibly can and be fully immersed into it. I don't think anyone was clamoring for that. I don't think anyone was clamoring for, man, I really wish I could put on some goggles and film stuff in 3D and watch it back in 3D as if I'm actually there all over again. I don't think people were clamoring for that. I don't think people were clamoring for, man, I really wish I could have Face ID conversations with people and all I have to do is sit back, put on some goggles, and a uncanny valley version of me is talking to people as opposed to me directly. I don't think anyone was asking for that. So the fact that they took these things and were like, look at all these cool things that you can do, and people are like salivating over it, to me is really interesting because it's not necessarily solving a problem. It's just creating a new way for you to do things. The biggest problem that I have with it is that Apple presented this product as something that you would use not only every day, but throughout the day. It's not a product that you use just for entertainment. It's not a product that you sit down on the couch, you put on your goggles, and you just watch your television shows, or you just play your video games, or you just immerse yourself in a meditative like thing. No, this very much was presented as a product that's like, you get to work, you put this thing on, and you walk around the office, and you talk to people, and you do your work, and you answer emails, and you edit in Final Cut Pro, and you answer notes, and you do your tasks, and you go from one task to the other. I mean, they literally had demos of people packing their suitcases with the Vision Pro on, and then all of a sudden a FaceTime conversation comes on. They're like, oh, hi, how are you? Like, the expectation from this company, a company who I have admired for so long, go back to any video on this channel, I praise Apple, but the expectation from this company is that you wear this constantly. You are basically waking up, getting dressed for the day, and then put these on. It is Ready Player One. The world of Ready Player One and Minority Report has come true. And I know that makes a lot of people really excited. But again, it makes me question some things, right? Like, am I going to be packing a suitcase and putting this on? Do I need to necessarily be filming my child's memories or my child's core, activities with this thing on? Listen, guys, again, I'm not trying to pass judgment, but the dude that they picked to wear these goggles, and they're goggles, my friends, they're ski goggles, to wear these goggles and to like film these kids playing with their toys was a total creeper. Like, the smile that he had on his face while he's wearing these, like, again, you don't see his eyes, you don't see anything. Like, it is like, oh, I am like, he's like half robot, guys, okay? And he's like filming he's filming this thing that his kids are doing, supposedly his kids are doing, or like a kid of his is doing, and then sits back by his lonesome, okay? No wife around, notice that, no wife around, no family members around, nothing. He's sitting there by himself, goggles on, rewatching this core memory that he just recorded. Is the idea that you can film in 3D cool? Yes. Is the idea that I want to film this looking like a creep? I mean, filming with an iPad was bad enough. Now I got to film with this ginormous thing all over my head and watch it back by myself in the comfort of my living room, like, arms raised on the couch. Listen, this product, more so than any presentation I've ever seen from Apple, looks like the most isolating product ever. When I saw the keynote, all I could think about was, I'm going to walk into a coffee shop one day, and instead of everyone being on their phones and being on their iPads, they're going to have this thing on. And no one's going to talk to each other. Everyone's going to be in their own world. They're going to be doing their own thing, immersed in their own reality. To hell with what's happening in the real world. And I know everyone is saying the price. Look, the price is the least bit of my concern, because you know that it's going to start here and eventually they'll make a second tier and they'll make a cheaper version and they'll make eventually a cheaper version. And maybe one day they'll make it not so cumbersome. Not this giant thing with this giant mesh band in the back. I mean, the design of it, especially with the cable that goes to the battery pack, I don't like any of that. And the battery pack only gives you 2 hours. Listen, that's not even an issue necessarily for me, okay? Because I won't wear this for longer than 10 minutes if I ever do wear it. And you'll have to excuse me because this is all off the cuff. I don't have any notes or anything like that. I'm literally just telling you what's in my head. So this is very unscripted right now. And it's very unlike me. Like, again, I usually try to keep things professional and give you my opinions on the products and review them and tell you the best case scenario for you to use it, whether you need it or you don't need it, and kind of move on. But I'm telling you folks that this product genuinely, scares me a little bit, because it scares me because I think that this is the beginning of human beings isolating themselves from one another. Every single demo they showed, with the exception of 2 demos, and notice that those two demos had people come in the room real quick, interact with the person that had the goggles on, and then bounce. They weren't in the room with them. Okay, so every single demo that they showed in this half-hour long Vision Pro demonstration had the people in the rooms by themselves. That to me says a lot. That to me says that this is an isolating product that's going to keep human beings isolated from one another, that is going to keep them desireless to hang out with other people or to do things with other folks, because why would you, when you have the power of the Vision Pro, the power of the internet, the power of VR and AR at your fingertips, and you can go wherever you want to go, do whatever you want to do, be a part of whatever you want to be a part of. Whether it's you want to play 100+ games on Apple Arcade at time of launch, or whether it's you want to go to, I don't know, Yosemite and experience waterfalls, or whether you want to go to the meditative state and look at the clouds, or whether you want to watch some stuff that I necessarily can't talk about here on YouTube because you know that that's going to be a thing. My point is this. Is this product cool? Sure. Is it expensive at $3,500? Absolutely. And I think that's very much by design. This is a luxury item. This is a luxury product. Make no mistake. Nobody needs this, okay? Nobody needs this, all right? I'm hard pressed to find anybody who would actually need this product. There are arguments for people who would need an iPad. There are arguments for people who need iPhones. There are arguments for people who need Mac Studios. There are arguments for people who need MacBook Pros, who need MacBook Airs, who need Apple Watches. There are arguments for people who need those products. There's no argument that I can think of someone that needs the Vision Pro. It is absolutely a luxury product, and for it to be a luxury product means that Apple can charge whatever they want to their heart's content. And if the price is $34.99, by the way, starting at $34.99, so there will be multiple tiers of this, and there will be more expensive versions of this, I'm sure, then that's the price to move forward. Now, will I ever try it? Listen, I'm not going to say never, but I'm not interested in this product in any way, shape, or form. I think I've made that abundantly clear in this video. I don't think anyone, minus Mr. Who's the Boss. Mr. Who's the Boss is the only YouTuber that I've seen who's genuinely actually displayed some sort of reservations about this product, if you will, questions whether or not this should be happening. So to him, I give a lot of credit, but all the other YouTubers that I've seen and all the other reviews I've seen are just praising the fact that this thing exists, that Apple made the impossible possible. And you know what? Kudos to them, because the technology looks awesome. The fact that it can do all the things that they claim that it can do looks awesome. If we can find a way to make it a product that actually fulfills a need, that actually helps with something, that actually helps people in some way, shape, or form accomplish what they need to do on a daily basis in a healthy and productive way, then I'm on board. Then I think that we can find a place for it. But if it's one of those products where people wake up in the morning, put this thing on, and veg out all day, and we eventually become the folks from WALL-E, I'm not entirely sure if I'm on board with that. I think I've hated on this thing long enough. I'm not trying to be a hater, but I'm genuinely shocked by the amount of praise that I've seen and the very little amount of criticism I've seen online. There are legitimate concerns that I don't think people are thinking of. I think there are legitimate concerns that people aren't looking at from a certain point of view. And so I just wanted to address those concerns onto this platform. And if you disagree with me, by all means, please go ahead and do so in the comment section down below and let me know what you think about the Vision Pro. Are you excited about this product? Are you as worried as I am about what it could potentially do? And I know this is just the first gen version, so what will the second gen version look like? What will the third gen version look like? Will this product flop hard, or will it be a overwhelming success? I think it's going to be one of the two. I don't think there's anything in the middle specifically with the Vision Pro. Let me know in the comment section down below if you like this video. Give it a like. If you'd like to subscribe for more videos, hit that subscribe button. My name is Amir, and I will see you in the next one.